Welcome to another episode of I Have Too Many Servers. In this episode, we're gonna try to get my energy consumption back on track. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna try to transplant the motherboard and the CPU of this computer into this beast over here. This has been my main server for the last 3-4 years. It's a dual Xeon CPU with 100 gigs of DDR3 ECC RAM, but this has been consuming electricity like crazy. So at idle it draws about 100 watts of power from the wall, and with some workloads we're running on it, it easily jumps to 130-150 watts. So what I'm hoping is that this new AMD 4 Ryzen Pro will be a little bit more energy efficient, and with this transplant I'll also enable some possible upgrades in the future, hopefully when the RAM prices will get back to human territory. Right now I'm not willing to spend 100 to 300 euros for a DDR4 ECC memory stick. The good part is that this motherboard, although right now it doesn't have ECC, it allows me in the future to upgrade the RAM. So without further ado, let's jump into this and let's see if we will break something in the process of transplanting the motherboard from here to here, or if things will go smoothly.
One eternity later.
So the big transplant is over. This massive motherboard with almost 100 gigs of ECC RAM, dual Xeon CPUs, and quite a lot of PCI lanes was inside of this computer. And this server received a well-deserved upgrade, or maybe a downgrade, considering that we have less RAM and a little bit less performance of CPU. In here right now we are using an Asus Pro B5050MC with an AMD Ryzen 5 4650G with Radeon graphics integrated, and on top of that we also have some very junky, in total 24 gigs of DDR4 RAM, which is 2 sticks I think of 8 gigs and 2 sticks of 4 gigs. Does that add up to 24 gigs? Yeah, probably. So we still have all our hard drives and the hot swappable base here, and a bit of junk here with some SSDs just dangling around because I could not find a smarter way to put them into this cage without having to 3D print something, and I do not own a 3D printer. So with that being said, I want to see next, after we put this whole thing back together, do a little bit of cable management. I would like to see if this draws less power than 100 watts at idle. I also have to somehow change this damn fan because it's driving me nuts. There's a constant buzzing of this fan. I have no idea why it's so damn loud. So we'll get back with the power consumption. So, ladies and gentlemen, reporting back on the power consumption of this server. As you can see here, I'm pleasantly surprised to report that we have around 60 watts constant consumption. This is half, and this is at idle. Yeah, of course it can go, I saw it during boot time going up to 70, but during idle with a bunch of containers, and we'll look at that a little bit later, what's currently running on the server and the load, it draws roughly 60 watts. So just to recap, we have in here 4 hard drives, 2 SSDs, and inside of here we have this AMD Ryzen 5 CPU and quite a number of fans. So we have 2 fans blowing air in outside of this hard drives, and we have a pretty loud, probably broken fan at the back, just circulating air out of the case. Going so power efficient without losing so much performance, I think is quite an achievement. So next we're gonna take a look at what is actually running on the server. This is my daily driver. This is my main server, and it's running a couple of services, and I want to walk you through next what do I have. So welcome to 16.9 ratio, because I'm an idiot and I don't know how to properly record. This is just a quick summary of what I did with this build and a few corrections. So I've been running in my homelab this enterprise server for way too long. The old setup had 2 Intel Xeon CPUs from 14 years ago with almost 100 gigs of ECC RAM, which is very rare these days, but it was DDR3. Of course, this build was a bit of an overkill for homelab. It was also a killer for my energy bill. As I mentioned in one of my first videos, I wanted to work towards the goal in 2026 to reduce my power consumption for my homelab. So, one small correction. I mentioned earlier, this move from this dual Xeon setup to the new AMD Ryzen 5 Pro might have been a downgrade, but upon checking, I think I was wrong. If you take a look at the CPU benchmark, we can clearly see that even if I have 2 Intel Xeons, it would still not come close to what AMD Ryzen 5 can deliver. And we also have to consider the power usage of running 2 Xeons 24/7 versus running an AMD Ryzen 5 4650G 24/7. It does make a huge difference. Now, I think in 2026 it's almost close to impossible to find a good deal for PC or PC components. Luckily, in January I managed to buy this refurbished PC for a very good price, and I got for that price a full working computer with 256 gigs of NVMe storage and 8 gigs of RAM. And I think that's a pretty fair deal, considering that only the motherboard and the CPU are being sold on eBay around $150 for the motherboard and around $100 for the CPU. The Asus motherboard also supports ECC memory. For now, it will have to work without ECC memory, because I'm not willing to pay the exorbitant prices for DDR4 ECC RAM. On top of the hardware upgrade, I also opted to YOLO upgrade my Unraid operating system. So I was on, I've been running Unraid 6.5 for a few years now, but because I was too worried to upgrade to version 7 when it was released, because there were still a few bugs here and there. Now with 7.2, I think most of the issues were solved and the upgrade went smooth. And now I am on Unraid 7.2.4. Not only that, I'm also really looking forward to the new Unraid release 7.3, where I can finally boot from an internal drive and not from a USB stick. Another great advantage of this Asus motherboard is that it has 2 NVMe slots. And with this I am prepared for Unraid 7.3, which finally allows me to boot the operating system from a hard drive instead of a USB stick. So as soon as Unraid 7.3 drops out of beta and it's a stable release, I will use these 2 NVMEs in ZFS as a boot drive, and the rest of the drive will be cache disk. Also, on the same motherboard topic, I think this motherboard is far from perfect. What I'm missing is a little bit more PCI slots. It has only one PCI Express 16, and I have installed an HBA card in this one, and it's running my dual bay hot swappable hard drive cages. With this, I have zero room for a possible upgrade in the future. For example, if I want to add a GPU to train some LLM models or to convert some media libraries to a better video format to save some storage. But what can I say, nothing is perfect. So with that being said, this concludes this video. In the next video, we're going to take a look into details on all the Docker containers and VMs that I'm running on this server that manage to consume 60 watts at idle. And you can see it's idling around 5 to 10%. So thank you very much for watching. We'll see each other in the next video.